Ladies and gentlemen, we are back live. We are back live twice in a day. You probably didn't expect to see this recently, especially after everything that's gone on. But we're here to talk about Phoenix Rising. It's a club that I think that we all have quite a bit of passion for, that are all in the side of this this little chat here. First and foremost, I got to introduce the one and only. You know him. He's another Phoenix Red Devil. He's another Phoenix Rising fan, Michael Vanderplas. Michael, how you doing, man?
Great, dude. Just getting ready for this game tonight.
Just nice, chill, relax, calm before the storm.
Yeah, man.
Gonna go party. I mean, it's not dollar beer night, but I mean, it's still gonna be a party nonetheless.
Yeah, we're gonna go to RTO's before the game, hang out there for a little bit, and then head over there, start setting everything up.
Nice.
Not looking forward to setting everything up in that 100-degree weather, but whatever.
Listen, irrelevant. I mean, it's not 100 degrees here ever. Definitely not ever 100 degrees here at nighttime. No. But guys, we have another guest with us. Kind of a little bit of surprise. You know him. You love him. You see many of his things up here on the walls. Matthew McFadden. How you doing?
I'm doing really good. You know how you mentioned 100 degrees? Yeah, it's 70 degrees here and I'm dead. Perspective.
Well,
I've walked for about 5 minutes and I feel like I've done a marathon.
Listen, man, you better start getting used to it. Start like running around in like 80+ degree weather. You know, you're gonna need it because it's gonna get hot here. I can promise you that. Pancash, good to see you, and Dan, good to see you. But real quick, guys, I want to just kind of jump into a couple of stats here about Phoenix Rising. You guys already heard me midweek talk about Phoenix Rising a little bit, and that right now they are on a crazy run of form. 7 straight wins. They currently have 41 goals on the season. They've only conceded, if I saw correctly, they've only conceded 15. Yeah, they've only conceded 15. We've had 8 clean sheets this season. We're on a run of form right now that is bordering on being one of the best in the league. Michael, I'm going to go to you first. Phoenix Rising, these last 7 games, talk about them, man, because they've been absolutely insane.
Oh, it's not one of the best forms in the league. It is the best form in the league. There's nobody even close, really. When we started this run, we were chasing New Mexico United. They're on one of the worst forms in the league. They've picked up like 2 points from the last 5 games. But the stats you talked about are crazy. We not only have the best offense in the league, we have like the 2nd best defense in the Western Conference and probably the 4th or 5th best defense in the league. It's insane.
Yo, easily, yeah. Because I was kind of, when you said that, I wanted to see who all was ahead of us, and it's Tampa Bay, Indy, St. Louis, North Carolina, El Paso, Pittsburgh, and then us. And Pittsburgh has the same amount of goals given up.
Yeah. So the Eastern Conference is like they play. It's very defensive over there.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of teams with a pretty high or a pretty low goal difference there. But the crazy thing is we have so Flemo's in Jamaica. Well, he's not in Jamaica, but he's with the Jamaican national team. He has 8 goals. Solo has 10. John has 9. So we almost have 3 players with 10 goals at the midway half of the season.
And just like my brother said, Gumdrops is in the chat. Ron is in the chat. He just said, we've had 3 games in a row now without 2 of our best players, like you just were mentioning, in Junior Flemings, and then Kevon Lambert, one of the best midfielders in all of the USL, have both been missing for a large part of this. And Michael, I think you can agree with me on this. When we knew that they were going away, we were worried about the form that we would take. Just because we had already lost Jason Johnson to injury. And then, our midfield was, I would say, pretty solid, even without Kevon Lambert. But losing him is still a big, big miss. But I mean, the fact that we've lost two of our best players to the international competition here, and we're still on this run of form, is absolutely insane.
Yeah, man. It just shows how much. It just shows how much depth we have. That Kalistri came in. He wasn't doing so great beforehand. He's scored like 2 goals in 2 games now. Musa has stepped up his game. At the start of the season, he was playing defensive mid, and he wasn't really getting back behind the center backs like he should have been. And the way our fullbacks get forward, you absolutely have to. But yeah, both of them have stepped up immensely. I was talking to somebody yesterday, and it's going to be hard for Lambert to get his place back from Musa because Musa's been killing it out there.
Yeah, well, and that's what's crazy is that like you can't drop Baccaro. I mean, guys, by the way, I'm sorry that we're kind of mentioning a lot of names here right now. I'm going to do my best to educate you on the positions that they play. So, like Michael just mentioned, Musa is kind of playing in more of a deep defensive mid role right now, and distributing the ball very, very well. And then Kalistri's, I mean, I would say left winger. He's kind of a winger in general, but he's a left winger. Both of them have stepped up massively in the absence of these guys. And I would say that Lambert will probably come back in and get back into the team, but his spot will be kind of dependent on him continuing to put up good performances like he was before he left.
Yeah. It's just crazy because he was our best midfielder last year. And now it's looking like Baccaro might be. Baccaro is just doing insane things.
Oh, yeah.
And he came from FC Tucson. He played in Tucson, actually.
Oh, and Baccaro is somebody that I think that like he's part of the top of chance creators in the team. And what he does from the number 10 role for the team / like I would say just more advanced midfielder has been amazing. But Matthew, I wanted to come to you next and talk to you. I want to hear your thoughts on this run because you've watched basically every single game during this run, and it really has been insane what has gone on in these last 7 games. The fact that we've scored 26 and only conceded 4, that's unheard of in the modern game. Which, by the way, George Kyle, this is a Phoenix Rising cap, and this is actually designed by one of the players for Phoenix Rising, Mustafa Dumboya. He put a lot of hard work and effort into this, and it looks amazing.
Yeah, they were talking about is he as good as the right back AWB, Wan-Bissaka? Well, Wan-Bissaka has never designed a hat, so
that's true. That's true. Wan-Bissaka has never designed a hat. Which Michael, at the end of the stream, I'll probably ask you your thoughts on Wan-Bissaka since Michael is part of Phoenix Red Devils. Gotta love it, guys. But Matthew, come to you. I want to hear your thoughts on this run.
Yeah, look, I've not seen Phoenix Rising before this season, apart from the USL final, so I can't really compare it to any part of the last couple of years. But from what I'm hearing, especially the last 3 games, it's probably been the best 8 days in the history of Phoenix Rising. That's from what I've seen from a few people. It was like, it was 3 games within 8 days. Only made 1 change to the starting 11. Played up against promotion contenders and won every single one of them by 3 goals. Like, that just shows the run of form that we're on at the moment. Just seems like Rick Shantz and the whole team really just can't do anything wrong. Like, especially in the midfield, like you said, Kevon Lambert was, obviously he's out with Jamaica in the Gold Cup. And we've replaced him with, I don't know, it just seems to be such a balanced midfield. Like, you've got James Musa creating some of the most stupid assists known to man. Like that one for Adam Jana. I've forgotten who it was against, but it was like a month ago, just from, must have been like a 50-yard assist or something.
Yeah.
And we've got Bunaga as well, who I think at first I heard he was like a natural number 10, but his defensive output has just been absolutely nuts this season. Like, he just seems to win the ball back at every opportunity and just keep going forward. And now you've got John Baccaro, who I think if I was to compare him to a player, it'd probably be someone like, I'd probably say like James Madison, and that he is creating a ton of chances. Seems to be a bit of a set piece specialist too, always looking to arrive late in the box. I think it was in the first game of the season, or one of the first games. I remember saying to you, this John Baccaro guy was really good in terms of actually making these late runs, and he just seems to have done that the whole season pretty much. or whenever we've played them. But yeah, that front three as well, like Adam Jan, Solo Santane, normally junior friends, but obviously Joey's come in. They just seem to be scoring goals left, right, and centre at the moment. So just seems like we can't do anything wrong.
Yeah, like honestly, it does feel like nothing can go wrong at the moment right now. I do like this comment from my brother. He said, Obi-Wan Bissaka looked like a hostage in every photo. We sure he wasn't kidnapped? Listen, some of those photos did look. He didn't look exactly.
One where his family drove. What was it? The photo where his family drove him.
Yeah,
like everyone just looks like, like the mafia or something.
They're just like, this is what you're gonna do. You don't have a choice on what you're gonna do. I was like, oh, hello. No, but real talk, I am very happy to have Wan-Bissaka. Which Mo, I do. You did with the. Did you see his hair? He doesn't need a hat. I mean, in fairness, Dubois does have some pretty sick hair himself. Got those dreads going.
Yeah, I think that's where Wan-Bissaka got his haircut. He saw Dumboya running down the wing for us and was like, "Oh, maybe I need to do that."
Yeah, no, I think it's actually true, Michael. I actually heard that. But guys, let's
keep Luke Shaw go Amadou Dia haircut next. Then I'll be thoroughly disappointed.
Just get Luke Shaw with a ponytail. That's all we need. Carl Brown, hey Andrew, how you doing, bud?
They might know Baccaro's dad, actually. He played for Barcelona for a little bit. Yeah, what is it? I can't remember his dad's name, but yeah, his dad played for Barcelona, and that's where he grew up.
I love this comment. Khaleesi's is the father of Dragon, talking about Khalistri. But you guys, we'll go ahead and let's jump in. Get the goat back in the cage. Jesus, guys, come on. I remember Solo Asante from when I watched the Rising game that time. Need to watch more games when I can. Hope I didn't butcher Solo's name. No, it's Solo Asante. You got it perfectly right. And honestly, Solo, I would honestly make the argument right now is probably the MVP of the league. I think it'd be pretty hard to beat a guy that has 10 goals and
8 assists.
8 assists. It's leading the league in assists. Amas, I don't know who you are specifically, but I did see your question about Lubin, and I was going to talk about that here in just a second. But we'll talk about it now in case you're still here. So, Michael, I'll come to you first. How much of this run do you think is switching from Carl Wazinski to Zach Lubin? I mean, we all love Carl, but Lubin...
He's a Manchester United fan, so he's already got my vote.
Yeah, exactly. But
and his favorite keeper was Van der Sar.
Ooh.
His favorite United keeper was Van der Sar, so he wins double points. But yeah, I don't think it's as much. Lubin's a great keeper. We have 2 amazing goalkeepers that would start for about any other team. I think it's more of our defense coming together. Rambo, Peter Ramage getting everything together.
And I agree to an extent, but I will say this, and I genuinely am not picking on Carl here. At the beginning of the season, there was definitely a few mistakes that he made that did not remind me of the Carl that we had last season.
Yeah, he got his spot taken after that free kick that he just didn't move on.
Yep.
That tied the game.
Yep. That was a pretty bad mistake. He didn't move, didn't do anything, and he probably should have saved it. I mean, if you be real about it, and he'll probably tell you the same thing, that he probably should have saved it.
Yeah.
Can't really credit him that much. The attack and midfield have been dominant in controlling the ball. And Aaron, you're absolutely right on that. The amount of pressure we're putting on other teams and the higher up we're getting up on the pitch has been pretty impressive. So Jay Hart also, I want to make sure you guys know. So Portland Timbers 2, basically Portland Timbers 2 is kind of like how all of the teams in the UK have U23 squads. That's basically what Portland Timbers 2 is it's their U23 squad. So just wanted to make sure you guys were aware of that.
They said that they called up like 6 of their regular starters from Timbers 2 to play against the to play for the Timbers today. So, and they were playing midweek as well. So this might be points for the taking.
Yeah, absolutely.
it was points for the taking in the first place. But
well, yeah, we were going to take those points no matter what. Are you guys concerned that there has not been a whole lot of rotation? Boone, that's actually a good question, but I will say this. I'm ecstatic that we haven't been rotating the squad a lot. It's something that at the beginning of the year we were doing too much of.
Yeah.
And
we were all complaining about.
Yeah. We just were rotating too much. I mean, Matthew, I want to come to you and ask you that question. I mean, the squad rotation we saw at the beginning of the year to now we're basically getting a consistent 11. Do you think that's played a little bit into this run that we've gone on?
Yeah, I think you can probably spin that original question and say it's actually a good thing that we don't need to rotate the squad because every single person in the team just seems to be doing a job so well. Like I said, that midfield just seems to be so balanced. And I think changing it for the sake of changing it just won't really do much good, to be honest. So now I'm pretty happy to actually keeping the squad the way it is because why change something that isn't broken?
No, exactly. And Michael, that's another great point for anybody that lives here in the States. If you have ESPN Plus, I don't know if it's worldwide too, the ESPN Plus.
Oh, YouTube has a stream too, right?
Right. YouTube is completely free for international viewers. And what I'll do, because I know a lot of you that are on here, you do follow me on Twitter and you're from international. So I will tweet out the link for the YouTube link for international viewers. So that way, if you guys want to watch, it's at a very weird time for you guys. It's at like 3 a.m. for you guys, but it's very much so worth watching if you can. But guys, so let's
know our pain.
Yeah, exactly.
When we wake up for Manchester United.
Exactly. We wake up pretty early for Manchester United games. We can't deny that. So guys, we'll go ahead and jump into Portland Timbers too. Actually, Matthew, I want you to go ahead and give us your uneducated Scottish preview for the game tonight.
Oh, shit. Here we go. I'm purposely not trying to educate myself about the USL because I kind of find it more fun. I'm going into every game thinking, I know nothing about this team. So I just do it on Twitter. I just preview it based on characteristics that are completely unrelated to football. So Portland Timbers do. I mean, first of all, they're not even a real team. They're a side squad. They're essentially the side check. So, that's an instant L. Although, to be fair, I don't mind Portland Timbers. I think their mascot, Timber Joy, it's a bit of a novelty idea, but it seems to be, I don't know, I kind of like it. So it's a good point for them, but we're going to beat them.
Easy.
Definitely beat them. Oh, yeah.
Easy.
Easy. The easiest W of the season.
Easy claps. So, guys, just so you can hear a couple of statistics about Portland Timbers. So they've scored 33 goals this season. So they're still 8 goals behind us in terms of total goals, but 33 goals on the year is nothing to slouch about. They've so far this season. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry, I lost their spot. So they've allowed 24 goals this year, and from everything that I've seen, I thought I saw that their top scorer has 6 goals this year. So I mean, Michael, knowing a little bit about Portland Timbers, I mean, what do you think about them? Is there anybody for the team that you know specifically that you're worried about?
No, not really. I think most of them got called up to the first team, so not really anybody I'm worried about. The only thing now is people that don't get regular minutes. Maybe somebody dangerous on the bench or whatever, trying to prove themselves. But they probably won't have the best chemistry since it's going to be. They tried this last year the other way around, where they called down a bunch of Timbers players to play against us in Portland, and we just smashed them like 3-1 or something like that.
I remember that.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't think they're going to have the same chemistry that they usually do. It should be. We don't lose at home. So yeah, it should be an easy game.
Yeah, honestly, I completely agree with you. By the way, guys, it's at 3:30 UK time, so it's at 7:30 local time here. So it's going to be at 3:30 a.m. UK time. That means that it will be ending about 5:30. So if you guys are able to watch it live, highly recommend it. Tyler does an amazing job on the broadcast that you'll hear. He is amazing. If you guys saw the video that I posted out there, he was the one that talked about Olivia while we were in the hospital. And I can't tell you how much I appreciate him. He's probably the most players. So let's see here. Just trying to make sure I didn't miss anything. So the guy that has 6 goals is Asparilla for Portland. I mean, listen, guys, at the end of the day, Phoenix Rising are on the run of form that they are because what they're doing is they're going into every match and they're saying, we're going to institute our game plan. You stop us.
Yeah.
We're not going to worry about what you're going to do. You worry about what we're going to do. And you try and stop what we're going to do because you're not going to be able to. And so far, like I mean, Michael, both you and I, we could probably openly admit it. And I think I know for a fact I saw you put the tweet out, but we can openly admit that there was a point where we were getting like about yay close to saying that Rick Schantz needed to go.
Yep, absolutely. And it was that game that he changed the whole back line.
Yep.
Like 4 changes across the back line. And we were all questioning it. Like, this was an important part of the season. And that was against Las Vegas. And then they came out and beat Las Vegas 4-0 or something like that.
Yep.
So, yeah, it all turned around from there. Yeah, it's just crazy that the run of form that we're on, the chemistry that they've got, this new game plan. We've been playing out of the back more. Cochran is a great defender. Really good at passing as well. Mala, I was looking up his passing stats, and he's been doing great as well the last few games he's been playing. Passing wise, like 90% pass accuracy or something like that.
And honestly, our entire defensive back line, and now that we've got Mala that can rotate in with Cochran and Farrell, honestly, it just means that we've got 3 center backs that are all high quality, especially for USL. I would say we've probably got 1 or 2 of the best center backs in the USL.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I'm going out of line to say that. By the way, guys, just so you guys know his name, it's Darren Asparilla. He's from Colombia. So I thought I'd give you a little bit more information about him. I saw some people asking about him.
I think he was the one that got called up.
I believe so.
Got called up to Timbers. Yeah, but like you said, I think Farrell won Defensive Player of the Year when he was with Rochester. I'm almost positive. So, and AJ is just a fucking beast back there.
Yeah, no, he really is. Millie, good to see you here. Is this about Phoenix Rising, the football team? Yes, Millie, this is about Phoenix Rising, the football team. We're going to start doing previews and reviews of every match. Have a little bit of fun with it. Jay Hart said he's a glory hunter. He'll only watch Phoenix Rising when they get to the MLS. I mean, fair enough, man. Fair enough. But honestly, I think Michael will agree with me on this. I actually really don't necessarily care if we go to the MLS anymore. I would almost prefer to just stay in the USL.
Yeah, I like bossing this league around, just pushing people to the side.
Yeah, you can stay over there. We're guys genuinely like the USL is kind of proving that you don't like MLS is kind of irrelevant in terms of the skill level that you get.
Yeah.
I mean, I honestly believe that.
There's positives and negatives to both. Obviously, if we go MLS, it would be cool to have players like Wayne Rooney and Nani that you could see live play against. But yeah, I had a tweet about this the other day. Like, when we get, I think we will get to the MLS, and when we do, the people that weren't around before are going to miss out on a lot of things that we got to enjoy.
Exactly.
Like the closeness to the players, to the fans, the freedom of support. I'm gonna miss my smoke grenades when we go.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's the thing is, it's like there's so many things that come with being a part of the USL, and
Mhm.
it's also part of the reason why I kind of hope that the USL and MLS can get a relationship together and start instituting promotion relegation, because
Yeah.
that would be the best thing for the entire country.
I'm sure a lot of them from overseas know. Like maybe they have a local team and then Manchester United. So like they know what the local club feels like. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like the non-league side or the lower league side.
Yeah, no, and that's exactly right. It's like this league right now. I mean, it's kind of it's hard to explain to people in the UK. So, Millie, I am not a man of the cloth, but I am a Christian myself. So, but I at least proclaim the name of God. I do my best to live that every single day too. But anyways, the one thing I'll say about the USL, and but again, the access to players and the way that they interact with us is up to the team, not the MLS. We have a culture here, unlike most U.S. teams, and you can't break that. And Aaron, that's a very fair point. That is a very fair point, that it is kind of on the team to be able to keep up the fan interaction.
Yeah. But
And-
like Orlando City, I've seen Orlando City fans that said the same thing. Like when they were in the USL or NPSL, whichever it was, or yeah. But they said the same thing, that they had this access to players that when they went to the MLS, that all goes away. And it makes sense because you have so we would have 20,000 people just in the stadium there. Our fan base would probably triple or quadruple, and you don't have the time for all those people. You can't make them accessible to all those people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you're exactly right. It's hard to make it so it's easy to access. But I at least get where Aaron is coming from.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
And I think that Phoenix Rising would do a decent enough job at keeping the fan interaction as good as it is. It may not be the same, but it would be close. So George, I wanted to address your question really quick. He asked why do they play games so late in the evening? If it was 3 in the USA, like in England, in the afternoon for kickoff, it'd be a perfect late evening entertainment. And George, I mean, it's a fair question, but the way you've got to look at it as is that we play our games in the summer here in the United States, and it gets hot,
and we would die.
We would die. Like we genuinely, like there would be concerns about people dying because it can get up to 120 here in Phoenix.
Yeah,
like it'd be really, really hard.
They do water breaks even at 7:30 at night. They push kickoff back to 8 o'clock at night sometimes, like to mitigate the heat even late at night.
No, and that's exactly. It's like I think that the games that start when they do, like I think 7:30, and I know we've pushed them back all the way to 8 o'clock before. I think it does make a difference. And Jay Hart, yeah, we do have a very diverse squad with a lot of players from a lot of different countries. That is that it's true. We do. Just read something hilarious. The Las Vegas Lights FC reward their players with casino chips when they win. Wait, I didn't know that. I can believe that.
They were partying with Flavor Flav the other day. I mean, we're celebrating wins. They're celebrating pool parties with Flavor Flav. I mean,
Flavor Flav. I mean, we're going to need an indoor stadium, lads. Justin, yes, please. I'll take the indoor stadium. Do it stadium style, where you get that retractable roof.
Yeah, retractable would be best. We would need a situation like the Cardinals have, where you can roll the field in, because playing on turf sucks.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Might as well be playing on one of the baseball stadiums, because turf is a bitch.
Millie, just I'm not even going to address that question because you're getting close to troll level. You obviously see what team I support. I'm just going to say that. Shut up, Michael. We need an indoor. No, Justin. We need to keep. We need that slight bit of outdoors. I think. I actually really do like the stadium design they do have out there. But let's go ahead, guys. Let's wrap this up. So that way, I have to get back to little Olivia. But let's go ahead and wrap this up. So, Michael, I'll come to you. Give me your score prediction And honestly, why not give me your starting lineup prediction as well?
So the starting lineup should be pretty simple. He's kept it pretty much the same. So Lubin, Dia, Mala, Cochran, Dumboya, Bakero, Aginaga, Musa, Calistri, John, and Solo.
Yep.
So it would usually be Farrell back there, but he picked up that red card for the handball that didn't exist. And so Mala goes in his place.
Yes. Yeah, no, I think that if Farrell hadn't gotten the second yellow in the last game, I think it would be Cochran and Farrell that would be starting this match.
Yeah, but we're better with 10 men, apparently.
I know, right? We put the beating to them. Max, I'll answer your question at the very end. I just remember that you put a question out there. Eyes on Mala tonight. You saw it here first. Hope you Brits are watching. Yeah, Justin, I hope that everybody
Luigi Mala, the best Ivory Coastan football player ever. Drogba, who's that?
Who needs Drogba? Who needs Drogba? But anyways, so Matthew, give me your starting 11 prediction and give me your score prediction.
I'm going to be boring and just echo exactly what Michael said in terms of starting 11 prediction. Like, I don't feel like there's anything that needs changing. Just keep the back four the same, midfield the same, front three the same. Would it be nice to have Farrell, but hashtag free Farrell not seem to have done its rounds. Just getting sent off, completely unfairly. The score prediction, fuck it, 3-0. I literally know nothing about the predictions, so 3-0. We're going to keep that trend of winning by 3 goals.
I completely agree, man. I actually think that the 3-0 is incoming. And not to be boring, but I think that the starting 11 is basically picking itself at this point, and it's going to be exactly what Michael said. It's going to be Lubin in goal, Dia at left back, Dumboya at right back, Mala and Cochran in the center back spots, then Musa playing in that CDM spot, Aginaga kind of in that box-to-box role, and then Bakero as the 10/ more advanced midfielder, then Solo right, Calistri left, and John up top. I'm going to predict that Adam John scores first. I'm putting it out there in the atmosphere, and I think Adam John scores first. And I think that we are going to get a fun night of football tonight, guys. I really do think we're going to get a fun night of football. So Aaron said, go ahead and get your guys' score predictions. So George Kyle said 2-0. Jay Hart said 5-0. Love it. Max said 10-5 win. You know what? I'll take it. 10-5, that would be crazy. Aaron is saying 4-1 Phoenix against the Hipsters. Solo gets 2, John gets 1, and Khaleesi's gets 1. And Khaleesi's is the father of dragons. Solo Masterclass, remember this comment. 3-0, says Dan.
I mean, every best points is Solo Masterclass.
That's actually true.
Yeah.
The dude has like 7 goals and like 5 assists or something in the past, like 4 games or something insane like that.
Oh, dude, he's on an insane run.
Assist as well. That own goal against OKC Energy should have been a solo assist.
Yeah.
Or solo, whatever it was.
So Boone is going with a 3-1 win. Justin, what do you got? Justin, what you got? But then, real guys,
JP Zipper.
If Solo was 5'6", Messi would be shitting himself. Yeah, that is an absolute fact.
If Solo was 5'2", like he's reported, they would be shitting themselves.
Yeah, I won't lie to you. There have been times where the mascot that stood next to Solo before the game has been his height, and I'm like, is he really 5'2"? Let's see here. So
Justin says 2-1.
Justin's going 2-1. You know what? I like it. I like the 2-1. Bet Solo will be linked to United next season. You know what? I'll take him.
Yeah. I need a car wash, so I'm gonna go 2-0.
You know what? I like this. I like the clean sheets. So I think Lubin's gonna keep that clean sheet. I've got faith in him. So Max, I do want to address your question really quick. because he asked, would being in the MLS bring in money for Phoenix as MLS is on TV in the UK on Sky Sports? So that is a very fair question. And I think the best way to say is yes and no. We still get money being in the USL, and we're on nationwide broadcasts here in the States occasionally. But I think that being in the MLS adds an additional amount of money to what you can bring in. So, I mean, Michael, I'm guessing it's probably exactly what you think as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So our attendance would push up like 3-4 times as much, and it would bring in some money for the city.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, despite the one thing that I do like about the ownership group that we have is that if we do go to the MLS, that they are going to take care of it. Mm-hmm. They're not going to put it on the taxpayers to do anything. They're going to take care of everything.
Oh yeah, that's already a done deal. So, what the plan is right now, I guess, is the Diamondbacks, like the renderings came out of that Scottsdale stadium, and it was confirmed that there are people working on a Scottsdale stadium. So if the Diamondbacks did move to Scottsdale, then they would renovate I would guess they would renovate Chase Field and just gut it completely and make it into a soccer stadium. If they gutted it completely on the inside, I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, and honestly, that would be kind of interesting too. I could see it. And it'd make it so. I mean, like you said, obviously everything would have to be gutted internally, but I mean,
to make place for the standing wall.
Yeah, exactly. But it would be interesting to see what's going to happen. But I could also see, everybody kind of getting together, like in terms of like the Phoenix Rising, Arizona Diamondbacks, Arizona Coyotes. Everybody kind of coming and trying to put everything in the Scottsdale area too, and trying to make it so everything would be together. You basically kind of create a sports complex in the East Valley, because whether we like it or not, just so you guys know that are over in the UK, the East Valley really is where the money is, and that's going to be where people will come for games. It's just a fact.
Yeah, and we had better attendance when everything was downtown.
Yeah.
Before the Coyotes moved out. Glendale is like super far away. Justin's gonna disagree with me on this because he lives out in like Old People Central, out there in Sun City or something. Yeah. So the attendance for Coyotes game went down like dramatically.
Yeah.
Because nobody wants to drive all that way out there. Cardinals, the NFL is big enough that people are willing to drive an hour, 2 hours to get to that stadium.
No, and that's exactly it. It's hard to get out to Coyotes games on a regular basis. It's just the truth for people from the East Side. Unless you have a lot of money and a lot of free time, it's hard to get out to the West Side on a regular basis. It's the reason why going to Cardinals games makes sense for a lot of us on the East Side, because it's one time a week.
Yeah,
one time a week. It's easy, and it's on the weekends where you'll have games midweek in the NHL. It's hard to make it out there. But anyways, guys, let's wrap it up. We're getting too far into just Arizona sports talk in general. But Michael, thank you for joining me, my friend. I hope you'll be able to join me on the review.
Oh, for sure.
So, I mean, anything you want to shout out, my friend?
No, not really, man. Just getting ready for this game tonight. Getting ready for the United season coming up here.
Oh, that's what I was going to ask you. So, guys, Michael, obviously, again, he's a Manchester United fan. Michael, what are your thoughts on the signing of Aaron Wan-Bissaka?
I think it's an amazing signing. I'm going to have to ask Rambo for his analysis on them, because he's a Crystal Palace fan. He's a defender, so he would know all about him. But, yeah, I think he's probably, if not the best right back in the league last year, he was probably the second best. And it's a huge improvement on Ashley Young. So,
so Matthew is saying, cough, Arizona Soccer Radio. So yeah, guys, they have a podcast. Talk about Phoenix Rising.
Sometimes I forget because I don't like being reminded of Justin.
I get it. I mean, I guess I get it. So it's at AZ Soccer Radio on Twitter. Go give them a follow, and you'll be able to learn more about the club. And they have fun on their podcast. I will say that they do have some fun. And hopefully I'll be joining them soon. But Matthew, I mean, you were on here earlier. Do you even deserve a shout out? Nope.
No, let's just get the street going.
just cut it there.
Yeah.
But no, real talk, guys. Get Matthew's posters. If you talk to him, he may be able to work out some customized stuff for you. That's in no way, shape, or form me saying anything at all. But guys, it just genuinely, thank you to Michael, thank you to Matthew, thank you everybody that joined us live on the stream. I hope that you guys are able to catch the Phoenix Rising match tonight. It should be a fun one, especially for you guys over in the UK. I know it's at a weird time, but if you're able to watch it, I highly, highly recommend it. Phoenix Rising is a fun team. They care about their fans, and it's hard to beat a team that is probably, if not one of, they are the best team in the USL. But guys, Thank you everybody for joining us. I hope you all have a great night, a great day, wherever you're at and whatever you're doing. Keep doing you, because I love you guys and you guys are awesome. We'll catch you later.